Hello everyone. We're playing Minecraft. Hopefully this is in 4K now because I figured out how to do 4K. All I had to do was change the resolution to 3840 by 2160. And I had to set it to normal latency because the ultra low latency doesn't support 4K resolutions. Because there's a note on it, that's why I had to set it to normal latency, since 4K with the ultra low latency, which I usually use, doesn't support 4K resolutions. So, because my capture card is also 4K, because I've always wondered why it would never stream 4K. One of the things is because I had that turned on, so I turned that off, but it still wasn't 4K, because it turns out what I needed to do was change the resolutions. The upper resolution, so 1920 by 1080, I was meant to set it to 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. That's the whole reason why it wasn't 4K in the first place, and I didn't realise all I had to do was change the resolutions. I don't know why I never tried that. Now my microstream should be in 4K now. I don't know why, I can't believe I never tried that. It's been a while since I've played on my Xbox Series X, because I've been watching YouTube videos like, this Untamed channel. I don't really want to go over the details because, it's actually real stories actually happening, where people, died in unusual ways. So, we're playing Minecraft, so that's not even relevant for this live stream. But, I was, I was just saying the reason why I haven't streamed in a while. And last stream probably was probably 1080p because I didn't know how to get 4K, and until I looked it up today, and all I needed to do was change the output resolution to 3840 by 2160. That's the resolution for 4K resolution, but it's also 8K. That's higher than 4K. You can stream for 8K on OBS, but the thing is, you need a very powerful computer for that, and my one can't do that because the NVIDIA encoder I use has a limit to 4,000 pixels. So I can't stream any higher than that. So, and then when I've tried to change it, my OBS just stopped responding. So that's why I have to keep it at 4K, unfortunately, since my computer can only do that. Because I don't think it's powerful enough to do 8K. Because there's actually a channel where you can write 8K videos. But yeah, I don't think my computer is powerful enough to do 8K. Because it even has a limit, which already tells me that it's not fit to do 8K, but it can do 4K. It can do 4K though, but just not 8K. And also we have good quality NAS, even if I do normal latencies, because we also have really fast internet. The downloads are about 700 megabytes per second, so we have really fast internet. So that should work. So because we have really fast internet, so the quality shouldn't be bad because we have really fast internet. We've got over 700 megabytes per second, very fast internet. So I'm using the Wi-Fi connection here as well. My Xbox is connected to the internet, obviously, because in most games you need internet. But you can't play on an Xbox if it's got a console ban because that's permanent. Microsoft doesn't remove those. They can't remove those kind of bans. So if you've been console banned, well, that's it for the console. You can either keep it for spare parts or you can play some offline games, but you can't play multiplayer. And if you wanted to play multiplayer again, the only choice would be to buy a new Xbox. And your digital Series X is about $749 from Microsoft themselves. But the normal one with the disc drive is $849, so it's $100 more. That's if you want. That's if you want a disc drive though. I don't need one. For sure, I have a few games on disc, but some of the ones I play I already own digitally anyway. So I don't really need the disc drive. It's not really important. The Xbox is what's most important. The disc drive isn't that important. I do have a few games, but some of the games. Like Minecraft Story Mode, no one plays anymore since it can't even be downloaded anymore since the company went out of business. Telltale Games. So yeah. 12 o'clock and there's Fortwork coming as well, 12:30. I was also meant to upload another survival guide, and I apologise. I've been busy watching YouTube videos, and yeah, I didn't get the chance to upload a survival guide, unfortunately. I apologise. Because I also was, thinking through what to say next. I don't know what to go over in the next survival guide video. That's why it also took so long, because I'm still unsure what to go over, because last time it was how to make a bed and how you start basically, but I don't know what I should go over in the next video, because the reason I'm doing these survival guides is because there's a support guy that comes. I'm not going to mention his name because he doesn't like it when I mention his name in YouTube videos, so I'm not gonna I can't tell you his name because he doesn't like it when it's in YouTube videos, so I'm trying to respect that. So I'm not gonna. So yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna say support worker because can't say his name. Need to be respectful of other people. Treat them the way you want to be treated. So yeah, so he's learning how to. I'm teaching him how to play Minecraft, and well, and he couldn't. He's always had a hard time finding sheep, so that's why I thought I'd make a survival guide. And he's been taking it all in, and I'm just helping him. That's why I was making a survival guide, because because I'm really good at Minecraft. I mean, I already know the basics,
I'm just going to the bakery.
Okay. That's my mum saying she's going to the bakery. Anyway, yes, so I know the basics, because I've played Minecraft for many years, so I know the basics. Which is why, I know how you do most things in the game, and my pickaxe is going to break as well. You can repair a pickaxe, but you need an anvil to do that. And anvils are pretty expensive. You need 3 iron blocks and 5 iron ingots, I think it was, if I remember correctly. So yeah, and an anvil you can't repair. I've tried to repair it, but I don't know. No, I don't know how to repair it though, because I've tried that. I don't think you can repair an anvil because when it gets damaged, usually what I do is make a new anvil because I have no clue how to. I don't even know I don't think you can repair anvils, but I don't know. So trying to figure that one out. But yeah. Yeah, your pickaxes, your tools and weapons have this green bar at the bottom, which is durability. So when it goes yellow, that means the durability is going down. But when it's red, that means it's low on durability. But when it's like green, that means it still has good durability. But yeah, you have to keep an eye on that because once it completely runs out of durability, the tool or weapon breaks, and then you have to get a new one. You have to make a new one. So you need the ingredients to make one, whether it be an iron or stone. Because diamonds, they're like around bedrock level. They're not easy to find. So it's not easy to always get diamond weapons, you see, and tools because they're not easy to find, since diamonds are very deep down on the ground. Now you could go to creative mode and get them, but unless you want to earn achievements, you need to stay in survival. You can't earn achievements in creative, unfortunately, because obviously that's cheating. You can't just But then the Java edition has the feature where this command called advancement, where you can actually grant all because they're advancements, not achievements. It's a bit different. So, because here it's achievements and they're on your Microsoft account. That's where you unlock them. And yeah, so this is a village. This is all natural. I mean, when you create the world, this is how it spawns. It's not player built. I didn't build this. The world's spawned this way, obviously. Because even if I had built this, it would take that would take years. Because obviously because Minecraft world is infinite. So I mean, if I had built this, I would no it would no because it's infinite. It would be never ending. And well, technically there is a border. No, this it used to be the Farlands, millions of blocks. But it would take forever to build a big world like this, and that's why it's naturally spawned. Because a player doesn't build it, because that would take forever to build. I'd be here for years. If I were building a whole Minecraft world like this, I'd be here for years. Because it'd take forever to build that. Oh yeah, and in hard mode, and except for peaceful mode, you see your hunger bar doesn't go down. But in hard mode, you see what's happening to me. My hunger bar is going down. Once you reach 3 of these, you won't be able to sprint. You can no longer sprint. So you have to get some food. You have to eat food to replenish your hunger, because once you get to 3 hunger bars you cannot sprint, and then once your hunger bar is empty you start taking damage because you basically start to starve. But it doesn't kill you in peaceful, easy or normal mode I think, but in hard mode it will kill you by starvation. You can actually starve to death in Minecraft, but only in hard mode. I've only ever seen that in hard mode, because in hard mode when a zombie attacks a villager it gets infected, turns into a zombie villager, but you can actually heal not the normal zombies, but you can heal the zombie villagers by giving them you splash them with a potion of weakness, and then you give them a golden apple, and it takes about 5 minutes for them to change back into their villager self. But the other thing you have to keep an eye on is the other thing is about hunger bars is when the hunger bar isn't full you don't regenerate. So if you keep taking 4 damage, you're going to end up killing yourself. Because if you don't have a full hunger bar, you're not going to regenerate. Which is why you need food. So I've got pork chops. I do have some taties. Oh wait, I still have 2 pieces of steak. So we're going to munch on that. You see, the steak gives you a lot of hunger. So 2 pieces of steak already filled up my hunger bar completely. It depends how much hunger you've lost, to be honest. So now I'm slowly going to, as you can see, I'm slowly starting to regenerate now that my hunger bar is full. Because the reason your hunger, does one low. Because, for example, if you're running or if you're jumping, that uses hunger. So your hunger will eventually run out if you keep running, and to a point where then you lose the sprinting power and you cannot run anymore. And also if you jump, it also loses hunger. And if you really wanted to eat, one of the things you could do is jump in between the door like this really fast and sprint at the same time, and it would also cost you your hunger. But I'm not going to, I don't want to, do that because I don't need more steak now. So, but that's one way to do that. And then, yeah. And, zombies, they drop rotten flesh, and you don't want to eat that. I mean, you can eat that, but it gives you an effect called hunger. A couple of seconds, and if you the hunger effect, what happens is when you're eating something, your hunger goes down really quickly. That's called the hunger effect. It's supposed to make you hungry. That's why it's called the hunger effect. That's what you get when you eat rotten flesh, because you're not meant to eat that, because obviously it's rotten. I mean, no one eats rotten food. Yuck. You're not supposed to eat it if it's rotten. Also spiders, they drop spider eyes. You can also eat those, but they actually poison you if you do. But poison doesn't, in Minecraft you can't die from poison. It leaves you with half a heart. So that, as long as you don't take 4 damage, you should be fine. But yeah, if you take 4 damage, you're going to die, but just hitting the ground if you're on half a heart. But that's what the poison effect leaves you, usually with you, yeah. Because in Minecraft you can't die from poison, whether it be hard mode, it doesn't matter what game mode you're on. Whether it be peaceful, easy, normal, or hard. Well, you can't die from poison, it doesn't kill you. Well, actually, no, in hard mode I did find out it does kill you, but it kills you. There's no actual message for that. It just says that you died by magic. You were killed by magic. The effects are potions. They're like magic, obviously. So in hard mode, everything kills you in hard mode. My bad. I forget it. My bad. I was a bit confused. Yeah, poison does kill in hard mode, just not in peaceful, easy, or normal mode. You can't die from poison, but in hard mode, everything kills you. And also in hard mode, the mobs, like zombies, they do max damage. So they do a lot of damage, probably like half your health, I think. But yeah, they do the max damage. So you have to be careful. And for example, in hard mode, if a creeper explodes near you, you die instantly. It kills you instantly. You don't have a chance. If a creeper, and they sneak up behind you, when you least expect it. Then when they blow up in hard mode, you die instantly. You don't have a chance. You literally get killed instantly. It's the same, and when you shoot a creeper with a trident, sometimes creepers have this blue glow around them. That means that they're charged. That it's a charged creeper. And the difference between creepers and charged creepers is creepers, they blow a creeper hole, but charged creepers, they do way more damage. They're way more powerful. They can actually blow a way bigger creeper hole than you think. It depends, because in Java you can actually set the explosion radius, but if you set it too high, it's going to cause a lot of damage. It could have even obliterate a whole village. So I wouldn't suggest that you do that unless you want to unless unless you want to kill the villagers and destroy the village. You don't want to do that, because that'd just be sad and devastating. And the sheep. Do I have? No, I don't have any shears because I've only got 1 bit of iron. That's not enough. I do this with my sword. As you can see, I get 1 piece of wool. And sometimes the shears you also get 1 piece of wool sometimes, but mostly you'd get 2 or more, like 2 or 3, I think. And this is the Bedrock edition, but then there's also the older edition, which is the Xbox One edition, which I've been playing on as well. But this is the new console edition, because the Xbox One edition is what you played before the Bedrock edition came out. Because Microsoft owns Minecraft now, because obviously the designer, Notch, sold that's what Minecraft to Microsoft, because that's what made him rich in the first place. It was a $2.3 billion deal, something like that. So yeah, so now there's a new Bedrock edition. The Xbox One edition is discontinued, but you can still download it if you own it, that is, but you can't buy it. So if you don't own it, unfortunately, you can't play it. But if you had it on a disc, you will need a console that has a disc drive, otherwise you're not going to be able to play it. Although there is such thing as USB disk drives, but I don't know if they work on consoles. And I never had a USB disk drive. I never owned one, and well, I've never tried it on a console, so I don't know if that's actually if that actually works on consoles. Yeah, I don't really know if that works on consoles. But yeah, I've got the normal latency. Fast. Yeah, we do have fast internet because the low latency. You can also ignore, but sometimes it also actually gives you the hunger effect as well because it's raw. You shouldn't eat it raw. Because in real life, if you ate raw meat, it would give you something called salmonella. You can get really sick. That's why you don't want to eat raw meat. You want to cook it first, not eat it raw. Yeah, the stream should be 4K resolution because the thing is I had to set it to normal latency, but it's a good thing I can because we do have fast internet, so it's not a problem because we have fast internet. Because back in the day we didn't have as fast internet as we have now, so the normal latency was a bit of a problem. That's why I'd always use low latency, but the ultra low latency. But the reason I set it to normal latency is because ultra low latency doesn't support 4K resolutions. Which is why, yeah, if I wanted to see 4K resolution, I'd have to change it. What just happened? Why did it just flicker? That was strange. I'm also using an HDMI splitter, which splits it from my computer TV, connects my TV to my computer and the Xbox. Actually, I'm not sure why that just flickered. Oh, that's a bit odd. Not sure what happened there. But yeah. Yeah, wandering traders, the players don't usually trade with wandering traders because they usually have useless trades. The players usually trade with normal villagers here, not with wandering traders since they have useless trades. As you see, this villager, I'm pressing LT, but nothing's happening, is because this villager is called a nitwit. That means that villager doesn't have a profession. You can only trade with villagers who have professions. This one doesn't, as you can see, because otherwise he'd be wearing the profession, clothes. Another villager here. See, this one looks a bit different. See the clothing? That one's a farmer because he's wearing a straw hat. See, this one looks a bit different if you look at the front. Oh no, he's also a nitwit, never mind. But this villager, he is a he's a farmer, as you can see. So if I click him, I can actually trade beetroot for emeralds here. Now I can actually trade with this guy because he's a farmer. You can only trade with them with professions. As you can see, he has this grey badge. So that means he's only a start, he's an apprentice. And if he has a diamond one, he'd be a master. That's the highest level. He's a master. So then there's apprentice, journeyman. Yeah, and this is all naturally supposed to do. There's another farmer. Another farmer just got a job. And he takes carrots for emeralds. See, the trades are different. There may be multiple villagers with the same profession, but they're not going to have the same trades. They each have different trades. They can sometimes be the same, but not all the time. It's yeah. But in order for a villager to get a profession, he needs obviously the place for the job. Which for a farmer, it's the composter that's standing next to the farm. That's how the farmer gets its job, by the composter. You actually need the item for it to get its job. They find the job, and I think it's like one of them per villager. I don't know. But yeah, this village has multiple farms. That's why there can be multiple farms. There's one farm there, and one farm here as well. That's why. And see, they both have a composter, which is what gives the farmer his job. And actually, no, there's 3 farms. There's another one down here with a composter. And yeah, there's the farmer for it down there. There's actually 3 farms. There's a 3rd farm. Which has carrots as well. See, there's some coal here. Just one bit of coal. It's not much. See, there's this cobblestone, and this green cobblestone is made with cobblestone and vines. It's called mossy cobblestone. You make that by combining cobblestone and vines. Vines can be found in the jungle. They can be found naturally. The jungle is full of vines. And coppers, they can be found in mine shafts, because the mine shafts are full of those, because most of the coppers are there where the spider spawner is. but that's not a normal spider. It's called a cave spider, and they're poisonous. They attack you. They actually poison you when they attack you. And there are also two different types of skeletons. Like, the normal skeleton, but then there's a wither skeleton. That one doesn't burn because it's from the nether. But when it attacks you, it gives you the wither effect. And that actually can kill you. You can die because you wither away. That same effect you can get from a rose called the wither rose, just dropped by the wither itself, which is a very powerful mob. The only reason you want to spawn that is because that's the only way you can get the nether star, which is needed to make a beacon, I believe. Yeah, the only way to get the nether star is you have to kill a wither. You don't just have to spawn it, you have to kill it. But the thing is, withers mainly go after villagers, so it wouldn't be very wise to spawn a wither near a village, because they go and kill villagers, and then they shoot wither skulls, and it's very powerful. So it's not that you'd have to have a very powerful weapons and good armor in order to fight a wither, because otherwise you're just going to get destroyed every time. Wouldn't be very ideal. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, and I will see you in the next stream.